Hello everyone, welcome to the next edition of the Birdland Music Hour. I'm Barry Friedman and this is Craig Cope, and we've got lots of music, new music to start with this week we want to share with you. First off is the brand new release by Carole King and James Taylor. You may not have heard of them before. This is a new duo. No, actually, live at the Troubadour, recorded in 2007 for the 50th anniversary of the world-famous Troubadour Club in LA. The club also were, for all intents and purposes, Carole King and James Taylor's career as we know it today took off. They recorded this for the 50th anniversary. They brought back the original band musicians that played with them, Danny Cooch, Elise Sklar, Russ Kunkel, and they do a wonderful, wonderful live recording in 5.1 surround. It's a 2 CD DVD set, wonderful tunes, great singing, a lot of stories. Carole King and James Taylor in fine form. And they are touring all summer. Unfortunately, they won't be coming here, but DC and Raleigh, I believe, are the closest we'll get them. But if you can't make the show, check out the CD and DVD, Carole King and James Taylor live at the Troubadour. Next, I have the debut recording by Julius, Pittman, and the Revival, Richmond's own soul band, Southern Soul, a la Stax, led by the great Julius Pittman, with a crack band of Richmond's finest musicians backing them up. They do a lot of original materials with Julius's Otis Redding style vocals, a lot of horns with a real Tower Power, Jack Mack, and the Heart Attack horn section. They do originals. They do a killer cover of Al Green's Tired of Being Alone. To get your mojo out, this is the party record right now. Julius Pittman and the Revival, available here at Birdland. Self-release title. Really like this, lots of fun. Check it out. And last but not least, the new recording by Carrie Rodriguez, Love and Circumstance. Austin-based Rodriguez, who's a multi-instrumentalist. You may know her by her several duets with the legendary Chip Taylor of Wild Thing fame and the brother of
Chipmunk.
John Voight. And the uncle of
Regis Philbin.
Angelina Jolie. That's her partner, but this is Carrie. She's got a great voice. It's an album of ballads, of love songs by singer-songwriters you may have heard of, possibly Townes Van Zandt, Hank Williams, among others. And she picks tunes by M. Ward, contemporary singer-songwriter. She picks songs that are a little bit, maybe obscure is not the right word, but not as well known, but she does beautiful arrangements of these tunes in her own style. Think Sean Colvin and Lucinda Williams. I love this record. Very pretty record. I highly recommend it. Carrie Rodriguez, Love and Circumstance, on the 9th Street Opus independent label. Check it out. Craig, what are you listening to?
Oh, I'm supposed to talk. Melissa Etheridge. AllMusic gave this 2 stars. They said every song is a stadium busting anthem. How
many stars do you give
They said
it?
it's stripped down. It sounds like Springsteen on the old tours. They didn't like it. Guess what? Picky, picky, picky. It's a great album. Rock and roll. The way we remember Melissa Etheridge. There's still some of that political stuff on it, but it's okay because you're tapping your toes as you're listening to it. All right. This is Susan Cowsill, the new one. This one, Susan was with the Continental Drifters for a while. At 8 years old, she was the little one in the Cowsills. This one's got harmonies on it by her brother Bob, Paul, and John. It's got Waddy Wachtel on it. Did I say it right?
That's close enough.
Vicki Peterson, what group was she in?
The Bangles.
She's on it too. There's a highlight on this is that she does Galveston on this. Really good version of Galveston. And, go ahead.
Jackson Browne is on the record.
That's right. That's right. I wasn't going to say that because I don't know Jackson that well. Here's another sleeper hit. Straight No Chaser. This is a college group at one time who
Like a football team.
who do a cappella music. Yeah, there's 10 of them on here, so we're 2 people short. This is called With a Twist. What's nice about it is they do covers of other people's songs. It's covers of Jason Mraz, Coldplay, even Oasis is on this.
I've heard of them.
This is really good. Good harmonies. It's enough to keep you moving. Then about a year and a half ago, since we're on this James Taylor kick, I saw Livingston Taylor. Guess what? After 4 years, Livingston decided to put out a CD.
Are they related?
My mother. Livingston's older. He's got Leland Sklar on this. He's got Steve Gadd on it. Vince Gill's on
More
it.
hair, though.
Chris Rodriguez is on it. JT Cornfloss is on it. Shane Keister's on it. Everybody's on it, it seems. Andrea Zahn is the female. She's the female vocalist. She's on most of the cuts, doing the good harmonies, keeping it up to speed. And the one name that caught me, Dan Dugmore. And Dan's was with, I don't know, who was he with? Well, didn't he play with Chicago for a while?
I think he did.
I think he did. Well, anyway,
sounds good.
Right. This is a great CD. If you like James, it's reminiscent. His voice is similar. But remember, he's older, so he came first.
Wiser.
And wiser. It's really a good album. The song that you got to listen to is he got Ben Taylor to do a duet with him.
His nephew.
They do Michael Jackson's This Girl Is Mine. That's strange, but it's great. And Watercolor Day by Seth Swirsky. And what group is he with?
The Red Button, if you missed them.
Red Button is an excellent pop band. Excellent. Very Beatlesque.
Beatle, Badfinger, Raspberries. All the best of all of that.
This one is just him and a group. All right?
There's only one button?
Only one button to push. Again, very pop oriented, but it's more 60s style without the Beatle influences. There's even some brass on it, sparse brass. That's really interesting the way he worked it in. There's even a little jazz. Matter of fact, some of the people are calling it adult pop with a jazz influence. There's some folk on this. There's even a little bluegrass feeling on it. It reminds you of an old 60s British pop album where they do even a little cabaret type stuff. Really good album. Something you should pick up if you like pop music.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Double thumbs up. And that's what I've been listening to, and hope you do too.
All right, and we just want to remind you in the coming weeks we'll be talking about, among other things, the brand new Anders Osborne. We will be having in shortly the
new
Meatloaf record. The
Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. Special edition, the deluxe, the super deluxe, and the regular without fries. Comes out the 18th. If you haven't got your order in now, I think they're almost gone, but check with us. Exile, like you've never heard it, remixed, remastered, with 9 additional cuts that were discovered in the basement. Check it out. And the last thing I want to mention coming up is in a couple weeks, Jackson Browne and David Lindley. Very neat record. We've already heard it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Did we leave out anything?
We left out the fact that we always say we're going to do Peter Frampton's new CD. We don't do it because it's that good. We can't get it out of the player. Pick up the new Peter Frampton. It's excellent.
Does Frampton come alive?
He's already alive.
He's alive. All right, we'll talk about that next week. Thank you again, and remember, this is Mother's Day this weekend. Be nice to your mother, be nice to your wife, and for Mother's Day, I recommend you take her to see either John Hyatt at the Norva or Sharon Jones of the Dap Kings at the Norva Sunday night. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye.